In this video, I'll cover the wedding reception. And if you thought that the previous wedding elements or components were fun and stressful, well, here you're near the end, but the stress is manageable if you play your cards right. Still, you approach it in a structured manner by breaking it into 8 segments. Let's see what they are. My name is Anthony Lawrence, and I've been a photographer for over 30 years. For a number of years, I was a certified professional photographer. I taught photography at a local college, and in 2010, I wrote a book on photography. And although technology has progressed, the basics are still the same. With all this experience, I am confident that even seasoned photographers will pick up a few pointers in each session. Now let's get started. Before I start with the 8 elements, let me give you some of the do's and the don'ts. Do take advantage of the cocktail hour and take as many pictures as possible. Go and hunt for the natural poses of the guests as per my to pose or not to pose video. Place the stepladder strategically and away from any foot traffic and start hunting. If the bridal party is in a separate room, take some images there with them all. Take some pictures of the bride and groom in an empty reception hall, including a staged dance where the groom dips her. Show the groom how to do this properly so it looks elegant. Because if done sloppy, you just wasted their and your time. As you see in the picture, the groom holds her in the middle, one of his legs almost under her, and she raises her leg that is closest to the camera high enough so her body and one leg almost parallels the floor. Make it elegant. Practice first yourself so you can demonstrate it to the groom. Do take any family pictures that you did not have a chance to do it earlier at the ceremony venue or the park. Work with the family member to help you herd all the individuals together. If the bride has a list of the required family pictures, make sure you have a family member who is responsible for getting the list checked off and has all the members there, or you have problems later. Do not agree to be responsible for the collecting of the individuals. Have a family herder to do it. Once all the family individuals are there, you just set them up and take the pictures. However, do make sure that you check with the herder if all the people are there and make sure he or she notes who's missing and why. This is just an old-fashioned PYB, protect your butt. Family pictures are a big deal to them, and you don't want to have them blame you because Uncle Harry is missing. Unlike the bridal party, start first with the bride and groom and parents, then the immediate family, parents, siblings, their partners, and grandparents, then the extended family, aunts, uncles, and the rest of the huge crowd, followed by special groupings like the godparents, family from outside of the country, special persons, etc., etc. It just goes on. Remember, the person with the list is responsible for gathering of the individuals, not you, as your hands are full up to your elbows. When doing pictures of the bride and groom, you will come across family members or even guests who will try to get in between them. You want to avoid that and help the bride and groom by asking the person trying to get in between them by saying, please, let's not separate the bride and groom on their wedding day. You just don't want to do that. And ask them to stand next to either the bride or the groom. 2 shots of the venue inside and outside, particularly if architecture lends itself for a great image. Yes, do few shots of the DJ or a band. Take advantage of anything that the facility has to offer for additional images of the bride and groom, like the grounds, special pavilions, architectural features, fountains, lighting, etc. The more unique shots you can come up with, the better. However, while doing all this, remember that the wedding is for the bride and groom, not the photographer. If the bride and groom are part of the cocktail hour, concentrate on them and their interaction with the guests. You have another opportunity for more pictures after they have had their meal and while the rest of the guests are still eating, as bride and groom is always served first. Of course, the more pictures you took earlier, the less pressure to do more now. No matter how thirsty you are, do not indulge in any alcoholic beverages. Water only. Because if some family member sees this and something goes wrong with some of your images, guess who's in trouble? Yes, most bride and grooms will provide a meal for you, but be prepared for the exceptions where they will not feed you. And it's hard to give an all-out effort for the best pictures, but you must. Do not put your stepladder in the middle of a dance floor for a better perspective. It's an invitation for disaster. And again, you be the guilty party. Put it by the bandstand or DJ and away from the guests. Now, let's detail the 8 elements. 1. Empty hall. Start with the empty reception hall. Do overall shot of the entire hall with all the decorations and tables set. Have a close-up of the tables, centerpieces, cake, special menu, any other settings, any favors, gifts, display table with the placement cards, and any other interesting items. Check with the maitre d' or DJ or the band if there will be any special ceremonies or surprise celebrations that neither the parents of the bride and groom or for that matter the bride and groom are even aware of. 2. Cocktail hour. I mentioned it before, but always try to take some images of the cocktail hour festivities, especially food layouts, ice carvings, and guests enjoying themselves. 3. Start table shots ASAP. If you're doing tables, it's smart to start doing them as soon as the guests come in. Once you see a table full, go for it. They're more receptive, table is clean, and you have that many fewer tasks to worry about later. Number 4. Grand entry images. Entry of the parents, bridal party, and the bride and groom, along with any special greeting ceremonies as per their traditions. Number 5. First dance of the bride and groom. Bride and her dad, groom and her mom. Bridal party partners, mom and dad of the bride and groom. Number 6. Official welcome, any blessings, the toast and speeches. Remember that there are some religious groupings that the whole wedding consists of only speeches. Number 7. Pictures of guests partying, additional table shots of guests, dancing, special guests groupings, and any other pictures requested by the bride and groom and their parents. Number 8. Cake cutting, feeding, garter and bouquet throwing if done. There are all sorts of other serious and wacky customs that people have during the weddings. Be ready to document them all. Additional pictures include the so-called Viennese tables, if they have them, usually set up in a different room. Once everything is set up in that room, take the bride and groom and take some images of them at their special station. Oftentimes, the maitre d' will assist you with that. Then there is the goodbye shot. Hopefully you already have one from the park, but do another one at the venue. Just stage it anytime, especially if you're not staying till the end. Yes, I know it's cheesy, but you'd be surprised how many couples like them as the last picture in the album. Bottom line, during this reception, you have so many opportunities to take many unique images, so go for it. My next video will be a bit different and address the dilemma of why some photographers give up on photography after a while, and I have possible answer. Check it out.